Hey everybody, way back in 2024, I made this video on how I set up my rain barrel pump to be able to use a regular hose with my rain barrel to water my plants. It's now 2026 and the video is starting to get some good traction on YouTube and a lot of questions in the comments. I have addressed some of those things people are commenting about since the video was posted, so I wanted to provide an update. The first thing that people commented was I had this cable gland on top of the box where it could potentially leak. So I did flip the box over. And the other main thing I did was added a switch to the system so that I could just cut the whole pump off when not in use. So I have a switch here. I'm actually updating this today. So let's go ahead and get this new switch installed. And at the same time, I will be flipping over the box to get that cable gland safely on the bottom. So the first order of business is just to go ahead and remove all of our existing hardware from the box. So that was a good eye by some commenters saying that this could leak with the hole on the top. So thank you for the comments. I got it flipped over now and I'm ready to install a new switch. This one's a waterproof one that I'm actually going to drill through the box so it can be on the outside. I had a cheap one inside the box, but this one being on the outside will be nice because I won't have to open the box with potentially wet hands to cut the pump on and off. So it came with this really nice faceplate showing which direction is on and off. And I think I can get this placed perfectly where it will avoid the cable gland on the bottom. So I got it laid out how I wanted it and then drilled a hole for the switch using a 1/2 inch drill bit. I poked the toggle switch in from inside the box and then put the faceplate on outside the box. I then followed up with the rest of the hardware that came with the switch. However, the faceplate does have 4 holes in it to screw it to a surface. I did not use these screws just because I found that the faceplate stayed on fine with just the nut that goes on the switch cover, and I also didn't want 4 extra holes in my box. So this thing seems to be pretty sturdy without those screws, and I just left them off. What this switch will do is interrupt the positive wire going to the pump from our solar charge controller. So although the pump should shut off on its own once the hose is fully pressurized, after I made this system, I decided I didn't want my hose pressurized all the time just because there can be leaks and things like that. So I hope you guys can see how this is going with the wires. The red wire to the switch will go in the positive terminal of the load on our solar charge controller. And then the black wire leaving the switch is also going to be a positive wire going to the pump. Then I cut just a section of other wire that will be our negative wire from the solar charge controller to the pump. Next, it was time to get these wires as well as the wires from my solar panel all fed through the gland into the box before getting it reinstalled. And I hope this video is helpful for you guys, especially those of you who may have built this system. If it is helpful for you, go ahead and hit that like button. That really helps out my page and helps me do more projects like this. And also, just if you're wondering, there's no change to the battery leads with this adding of a switch. They're going to stay the exact same. So the only difference is on the wires to the pump or the load of the solar charge controller. Now we have the switch. Everything else is just going to be connected into the terminals like they were in my last video. But with them all secured again, all that's left to do is connect our battery back up with the spade terminals. The battery is going to sit vertically in the box now, which I think is okay since it's a sealed lead acid battery. But now our switch is working. It cuts the pump on and off. I'll just do some quick bursts here to demonstrate. Since there's just air in the pump, I don't want to run it and burn it up. And just that little vibration attracted some attention, it looks like. But now back to the rain barrels. I have this all reinstalled. I kind of just used the existing structure of my deck here to install it up. And you'll see that I have the pump the furthest down. That's so that it's below the level of the spigot of my rain barrels so that the water will flow by gravity to the pump so that there's water in the pump when it first cuts on and then it doesn't run dry. But then up here above the pump, I have my box mounted to the deck, all sealed up. And here I have the solar panel. You can see the top of the box now has no openings in it. I need to mount this solar panel up better, but for now it's sitting on top of the box pretty nice and catching some decent sun. You can see the charge controller is showing that we have 12.3 volts flowing into the battery there from the charge controller. And then here you can see our gland and our switch nicely in the bottom right corner of the box. And then on the bottom of the box, this is what our switch looks like from the outside. It's easy enough to just reach down there and flip it when I'm ready to water my plants. Upon flipping it, the pump will run for a second, and that's just to pressurize the entirety of my hose reel to 45 psi. I think that's what this pump is set to. And then the pump cuts off. Then, upon opening the nozzle, the pump senses the pressure drop in the hose reel and cuts back on. You can see it there pulling some water through the filter to run my hose. So now my watering routine will be I just come outside, flip the switch on the bottom of the box. The pump will run for a moment to pressurize the hose and then cut off automatically. And then when I open the hose, it'll cut back on. And you can see we've got pretty good pressure here. Again, this is like a 45 psi pump. You can see how far the water can reach though. So it's working pretty well. In reality, though, I won't water my plants from this far away because I do have the hose reel still. So I can pull out the hose and bring it over to my plants and go ahead and water my plants with fresh rainwater delivered under pressure. So I hope this video was helpful. Again, if you like it, go ahead and subscribe to follow me for more garden projects, and I will see you guys on the next one. Thanks.